All right, who would win, Sukuna or Sukuna? Now, before I go any further, I got to give a massive spoiler warning. So if you're not caught up on the manga, we'll see you in the next one. So who wins? Heian era Sukuna or Megami Sukuna plus Maharaga and all of the Ten Shadows? Now, with the obvious caveat here that this version of Sukuna can't just transform into the Heian era form, or else it would be pointless, right? First of all, shout out to Reese's for this thought-provoking sponsored question. I really enjoyed kind of playing this through in my mind. And before I jump into who I say is going to win, this matchup has nothing to do with agendas, okay? Because we are kind of talking about the version of Sukuna that Gojo fought versus Heian era Sukuna, right? But just erase that because that has nothing to do with this post. Because in this matchup, we are going under the assumption that both versions of Sukuna are going all out. They're going 100%. They're not holding anything in their arsenals back, and they're fighting bloodlusted to the death, right? So with that being the case, there is no random weird agenda here. And with that being the case, we got to also realize that their domains are going to be completely equal. They've got the same refinement, right? And they also know each other's minds. So they've got the same IQ and the same battle IQ. So this ultimately boils down to what's going to be more impactful, the Ten Shadows, Maharaga, or having two extra arms and an extra mouth. And I really don't think that being able to do more efficient hand signs or chant without any drawback is gonna be that big of a deal breaker when he's fighting himself, you know? Megami Sukuna is gonna know everything that this Sukuna can try. And so yeah, he can get the domain off slightly easier, but Megami Sukuna can just cast his domain and cancel it out. Now you could say maybe he grabs two of the arms and prevents Megami Sukuna from casting the domain, but I don't think he would ever get that chance because they're going to have the same speed stat, the same strength stat, and Megami Sukuna is going to be smart enough to know because he's familiar with Heian era Sukuna to never get that close, never get caught in that way. So I think ultimately it's just a battle of attrition, but meanwhile, Megami Sukuna's got Maharaga adapting in the shadows the whole time, and so ultimately he's going to be able to pull that out, plus whatever other tricks he wants with the Ten Shadows. So I think I got to give it to him. But I do think it's pretty close. But this was definitely an interesting kind of thought experiment, and I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on it in the comments. And again, shout out to Reese. Thank you for the question, man.